Welcome, let's play some chess. 3 plus 2. Yeah. e6 and knight f6. Next I'll go d5. d5 e takes. No. Then bishop e7. I think I'll take. When he pushes this, a6 and b5 seems to be a good plan. Kashal, and next bishop b7. Can play c5. I think that he has fallen for this. Now next I can push. No, I can't, yeah. So basically without knowing I have made my king weak. What can we do about this knight? Maybe take. That's the only option I see. Or move this knight and then push f5. How to go next? King g7. I think I'm the one who should trade more now, so that he don't have any pieces to attack with. No way he played this move. Now I'm fine, I think. Let's bring king in the game. Oh no, no. This bishop is defended, otherwise e4 check and we lose the bishop. It's a draw. After all this, it's a draw. Let's keep going. And let's play d4 directly this time. I'm not aware of this variation. This is called Marokzibine structure, I suppose. You go knight c3 and now where do you develop your bishop? About that I don't have any idea. I think this is good for me. I'll play a4 and then bishop a3. First queen c2. I have to keep this square in control so that his knight cannot jump on d4. Now I suppose he's planning this push. Can I stop it and play rook d1 if he goes there? I'll play rook d1 anyway. Do we have time to play a4 and then bishop a3? Let's play bishop a3 directly so that he doesn't get time to castle. With this knight I can push e5 or I can play knight d4. That weakens the square. Knight d4, knight b5 looks good. Okay, how can you play this? Just blunder straight up. Check. If I come with check, I'll have problem if he plays knight e8, but if he comes king to e7, can I play rook d1 and defend my rook? Let's go with this. Did it trap my rook? Can always go here. How do you defend this pawn now? Actually, he gave me a great idea to attack this pawn. Once this pawn is gone, king is even more weak. So simply take. Whenever his knight moves, I can play bishop to f3. Now this move helps in thinking of this. I have to play f3 now, and if it takes, I have to take back. Any sacrifice? No. What does this check do? Yeah, I should have gone this check first and then maybe play f3. Threatening this checkmate on d8, queen d8. Yeah, he comes here. I have to play quick. If it takes, it's best for me. Yeah. Good when all the fuss is cleared. Bring rook d4 next. Not gonna draw this time. Not able to find anything. He goes to back rank. Yes, I get it. I got him. One last game, I guess. No. Italian this time. C first h3, then c3 d4 structure. Castle c3 d4 and rook e1. I've got my rating increased by 15 points and draw cost me 2 points, so it's plus 13. Can I play knight bishop f1 back or bishop b5 or just take? Which square would be good for the queen? If I take, confused between knight b5 and let's just take it. I have to move queen now somewhere. Even this is good. And then move queen to here. I was afraid of bishop d6, but now I can take. Even I can play bishop f4, and that's what I'm planning to do next. Play bishop f4. From which piece are you gonna take? From pawn? No. Here you go. All done. Nice try. Yeah, he resigns. I've never reached 1700, I think, in Blitz. I've won last 8 out of 8 last games. I've won 7 and drawn 1, so too good. Where can I say my peak rating? highest rating is 1703. Okay, good. Let's review some of the games. This was basic, yeah. I didn't do much, or I didn't do anything. Here, let's do analysis. I'll not waste my 1 day review on this. Should have gone d4. That's true. Here I should have gone d4 because he doesn't have any piece developed in, only this knight. If he exchanges this, my queen will be on will be in center of the board, and bishop will be eyeing on f7 board or f7 pawn. So then I can castle, and I have center square as well. And c3 is also that d4 kind of plan move. First I was thinking of first castling, but I always get pinned on g4, so it's 3. Now I should have played d4. I first castled, then rook e1 was must, or no, d4. Now rook e1. This is also common move, but in some other variation, not in this, but this is common pattern. Yeah. Now you take or you go. There's no bishop f1. Why would there be? Bishop b5 is there. Bishop g3 is there. Bishop g3, you take with this pawn, a pawn. So this rook's diagonal is open. Okay, take, and c3. I play directly d5, d4. Takes, knight takes, queen takes. Here I am plus. Yeah. This e4 pawn can instill many weaknesses in opponent's camp. This knight c3 is so natural. You can't think of putting knight on any other square than on c3. There is one thinking of where do you put your bishop, but for sure you put it on e3. You can also think of b2. Other than that, knight c3, then this other rook goes on this d file, so it's so easy to play. I should have now played e5. Yeah, I always miss on this earlier pawn push where I can gain advantage. Knight c3. Now I should have moved my queen on d3. Yeah, e3 is also pretty solid. e3 was second best, third best move. c4 looks little weak, but I also thought of c4 because of this weakness. I can target this weakness, but then I thought at some point d5 might come, but actually d5 is not coming because I can take with pawn, and this rook is preventing e takes. So e3. He should have played rook d8. Yeah, rook d8, bishop e7, and castle on the king side. Now here I should have played e5. Takes, and yeah, it creates lot of weakness and king is open. But I thought this tempo is not available. This pawn is under attack. So knight d5, would it do anything? Queen captures, rook captures, and captures, pawn captures. I am pawn up, but rook d1 check. And then what? King d7, rook e2, bishop d6 check, g3, and rook e8. Let's say take, and bishop b2, rook d2. Yeah. So here you go bishop d2 or knight e4. Knight e4 looks good, yeah. What happened really was queen e3, then castle, and I played a4, which was there as a suggestion on third best move, yeah, a4. My idea for a4 was that obviously I can push and open the king, but also can create post for knight to jump on to b5 square. Okay, queen e2. Yeah, here I was thinking of moving queen. This his threat was to play d4 next if I don't take. I was always hesitant on taking, because then his moves are pretty obvious and fast and quickly developing. This rook can come to e8 and cause problems, and my bishop is kind of stuck. So I should have played e2. Well, g3 was good, but g3 I was afraid of this, but yeah, I can simply play this. Take, and I have lost my all opening advantage. Now I should have gone queen f3. Queen f3 looks good. It always looks good when you have this tab open. Queen f3, what did I play? I played this, which was again terrible. Yeah, I was thinking of if he comes a6, I cannot go knight a7 because my knight will be trapped. I cannot go here, so I have to go to knight a3, which is not good. It's not that bad I thought it. Here, what option do I have? Queen c3. If it opens, yeah, which is not possible to find for me at least, because there is nothing on this file, I guess. No, you can create problems. Yeah, I have bishop f4, but then this move cannot be played. Yeah. Can you run? That's the best move. Queen e5. Create some problems here. But what's bad with knight a3? Rook e8, and this move, bishop d6. Yeah, it's just so fast developing. If you go here, knight d4. Yeah. If it occurred to him this a6 move, I was gone. But he did just pretty obvious blunder. Queen g3 and king e8. What was the problem? What next? Yeah. So he had to play king e8, a8 only. Now he plays bishop d6. This game is over. With that, ta-ta, bye-bye. Play, coach.